Okay, so in this video recording we'll try and log in as someone who already exists in this system, and we'll try to create a questionnaire and try and preview how it will look like after we're done creating the questionnaire. So first things, we'll log in. Okay, that's our login screen, and we'll try and log in as this user, Molulu. This user was already created before, so, and we'll also enter his password and we'll log in. Okay, just push that away. Okay, so Molulu has a couple of projects in his account. So if you created an account, your questionnaire panel will be empty. So in this case, we've already created 3 projects or 3 questionnaires in there. Let's try and preview and see how they actually look like. Okay, so once you click there, just give it a second. Okay, once you click there, this is how the questionnaire actually looks like. Let's go on another page, and project description, which we can see right here, and we have district name, project title, contractor, project sum, and so on and so on. So we're going to try and create something like this. So to create a project, we'll just go on document and say new questionnaire. Okay, so first things first, so when creating a new questionnaire, it's going to ask what title the questionnaire is going to be, the description of the questionnaire, our opening remarks, and our closing remarks. If you want, you cannot pick these, but the title is basically important so that you can identify your questionnaire. Okay, so in this case, we'll try to create a questionnaire on okay, let's say national development. Okay, and we'll say this is a form to assess we'll say this is a form to investigate the development of the nation. Okay, opening remarks. If you want, you cannot pick this, but we'll say welcome. Okay, we'll say please fill in this questionnaire. Okay, there's a spelling mistake there, so we'll just try to fix it. In closing remarks, we can just say thank you. Okay, so once we're done, we'll say save. Okay, the moment we save, the questionnaire will appear somewhere down there. Okay, it's processing, just wait for it. Okay, so there is our questionnaire, national development. So we just click on it. Okay, now this is form registration, and under form registration, the system usually likes to know or wants to know how long the questionnaire will be out there, because this system is meant to send questionnaires out there. Okay, so in this case we'll say duration. Let's just give it the maximum amount. Let's say 12 months. Expected number of responses, I'm expecting, let's say 2000. So I submit. Okay, so the moment I submit, it takes me to a module of the system that helps you design questionnaires. So in this case, we have a couple of tabs here. Okay, this tab called questions helps you design questions. This tab here called categories helps you put these questions into categories. Then the sections helps you put categories into sections. Validations and dependencies. If some questions depend on Other questions you can set that here. Accessibility, if you want to limit your questions to say only these people can view this and that, you can do that. Okay, and question linking, under question linking, just in case you had other questions and you wanted to link them to certain questions. Okay, we'll go through that as we go on in this segment. Okay, so we'll go to questions. Okay, right now we don't have any questions. Okay, if we can actually preview our questionnaire, you'll find that it actually doesn't have any questions. Okay, so we can see it doesn't have any questions, but it has actually created the title, okay, the description, and the welcome, and finally the thank you. So the questions are supposed to come in between there. Okay, so let's design the questions. Okay, so first things, let's say we're going to create, we want text for now. Okay, and we'll say, okay, so the system has created it very easy for you. You can actually just drag the question there. Okay, drag any type of questions there, and it will continue making the questions as you move on. Okay, for now, let's deal with these questions one by one. Okay, so for now, we'll just have these text questions, and we'll say, want to find out what province, in what province this investigation is taking place. Okay, so we can, okay, then the next question that we can have is, let's say, the stage of the project. Okay, so we'll say stage of project. Okay, and we'll say stage 1 there, stage 2, stage 3, and finally stage 4. Okay, and we can actually say, okay, also want to know the contractors that we've actually brought in. So we say contractor name. Okay, and okay, so then we can also just since let's say, for example, we want this contractor name to come just after province, you can simply just drag the question, okay, the position where you want it to be. Okay, and you actually save, let's say save province, save contractor name, and we save project. Okay, so we also have other different types. Let's say different types of questions that you can actually add to the system. Let's say we want to add calendar, so you can just drag calendar there. So this will be, let's say, date. Let's say start date. Okay, so this is when did the project actually start. Let's fix that a bit. When did the project actually start? Okay, so next thing, let's say that's our next question there. Let's say end date, when is the project ending? Or we can even have, let's say, project sum, like how much is the budget. So we can say project sum. Okay, and a couple of other questions. You can still add different types of questions. Okay, so if it shows you in green like this, it actually means that the question has been saved. And the questions that have not been saved are actually in white. So we can save start date, end date, and project sum. Okay, so for now, let's try and see how our questionnaire actually looks like. Okay, now it stopped complaining. Now it has these dates: province, contractor name, stage of project, stage 1, stage 2, and so on. Start date, it actually even brings you the date picker. End date and project sum. Okay, so this is our preview. So let's go back to manage questions. Okay, so before we go there, we have this menu right here. This is a form menu, a questionnaire menu. Under questionnaire, we can actually put your own logo. As we can see, this logo here, by default it will give you the Rhemaforms logo, but you can change it. Just go there. Manage questions helps you manage your questions. Edit questionnaire, just in case you've made a mistake on national development, or on the description, or on the welcoming remarks or closing remarks. You can actually edit that. Preview just helps you preview the questionnaire. Share, if I wanted to share this questionnaire out there, this is the option I'll do. Under data, you can actually analyze your data. You can view the responses, or you can view where the responses were taken on maps. That's if they were taken with GPS coordinates. Okay, then mobile, that's if I wanted to set my mobile users. Then this is support, just in case you have any questions about the questionnaire, and so on. Okay, so let's go back to manage questions. Okay, so under manage questions, okay, we also have, let's put these questions into one category. Okay, so we can say create category. Okay, then we can call this project description. Okay, so we save that. Okay, now the same thing, you just drag the questions inside the category and they will be attached to that category. Okay, so let's drag them. Okay, that's question 3 there, question 4, okay, and question 5, and finally question 6. Actually, even inside here you can actually switch the questions, so you can switch it there like that, and we save the category. Okay, so just give it a moment. Okay, it's saving. Okay, it's saved. Let's preview it and see how it looks like now. Okay, so this is how it looks like now. Still loading the questions, just give it a moment. Okay, so it's done. Now it's been placed inside a category called project description. So all these questions are under project description. Okay, and we have this category right here titled project description as our first category. So before they were inside a category, none of them before we actually made this category, none of them were inside a category, but now they're in a category. Okay, so that's it for this video section. Okay.